Pass me the aux, blow speakers up.
We got PG's County's own coming to the stage. Y'all give it up for Olumide coming to the stage. Yes, sir.
That's cool, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I wasn't gonna tell y'all ass for the mic, but you can find that shit. Fuck that.
I just happened to spot it.
How you doing, my brother?
You doing good? How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I realized that it's a special occasion of a lot of sorts, dog. We got the last performance in DC for a while, dog.
That is true. So, you can bring it up, man. You know, PG County's out here every night. You know, PG County representing, but I ain't taking my talents up north. I'm moving to New York, trying to see what I can do out there, you know, bring it back home. You know, we're gonna make the connections and bring that spotlight back to us.
Absolutely, man. I definitely want to get into, you know, the reasoning behind that, because, you know, we was having a few conversations about certain feelings that hometown artists hit in terms of coming up within their own career as an artist. I want to know, like, what were some of the feelings that you felt that you kind of had to divert away from along your journey, you know, going up to New York?
Man, so it's heavy. So, you know, I've done a lot in this area. Like, I got the opportunity to perform at the Film Most of the Spring. We done perform at Milk Boy, our house in College Park. We done been doing like performances for a while. You know, I done made it to the radio. Like, all of these things are achievements in, you know, the artist's journey. And then it's just like, you know, sometimes, you know, this area is interesting. It just feels like, you know, we always are still in the development phase and we're trying to get that spotlight on us, but I don't know what's missing or whether we just don't have the infrastructure. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, it's still something missing to where, you know, when I go to New York, you know, I run into so many people in one day. I make so many connections in one day. Like, I shake hands with so many people in one day. So I'm like, all right, let me go up there and see what I can do in like a year's time, you know, 2 years time, 3 years time, whatever it may be. And then, you know, just see what I can do out there. But over here, you know, it's home. You know, we got an excellent turnout tonight, but it's just like, you know, what more can we do? It's eventually, like, talking about that ceiling, you start to feel like, all right, what more can I do here before feeling like, you know, I'm at that ceiling. Appreciate y'all.
No, that's a real ass answer, and you know, I want to flip that little question that I served you right there. Taking your talents up there in New York, knowing that, you know, you own your talents within PG County, what's something that you would say is embedded in your DNA from being in PG County that you wouldn't be able to let go?
Shout out my man Nico back there. But PG County,
you gonna get niggas locked up. I just want to let you know.
You know,
that's wild.
And the area, you know, this is a go-go area. So like one word that really resonates with all of us is like, you know, when you ask somebody like, how did you like that, or you know, what do you feel about that? Chances are you're gonna hear the word crank. So like we bring that crank wherever we go. I'm gonna bring that crank up to New York, but like, you know, that's something that they understand. That's something they resonate with. So like, oh, that shit crank right there. You feel me? So like, I had to learn how to deliver that, because at first I was kind of like, you know, some like maybe like some conscious shit or whatever, but you had to learn in this area, you know, people out here at night, it's like a little, you know, lounge club setting, you know, you got to deliver that crank, you know, have the people turn out, have some fun out here tonight.
All right, so what's, you know, given the fact that you put so many years into your sound thus far, what's been one of the main things that's helped you really tailor your sound in terms of what you're trying to convey or what you're trying to put across to the listeners?
Really, it's just like, you know, I take pride in songwriting. So like, shout out to LB 1990X. He told me like, nobody ever really told me that before. He was like, bro, you're a songwriter. And I just be doing my thing. I don't know what I be doing. I just be doing it. So to hear that from somebody else, he was like, nah, you really write songs. So that was good to hear. And I would say maybe it's that, just like taking pride in like making actual songs, like, you know, structure and shit.
For sure. Okay, all right. And I know that you're rolling up there to New York with a couple couple of surprises for a lot of the fans in mind, man. I definitely want to get into this first shit. I know that we got the vinyl.
Oh yeah,
coming out for y'all.
Let me see. Let me pull that out real quick.
That boy got the
we stay ready. We stay ready.
This is crazy.
So like, you know, this is I ain't even unveiled this yet. This is like brand new everybody, but we got vinyls we just literally made for Slow Down and Smoked Out too. So this is my first shot at making vinyls, you know, it's on sale. If you want to power from me, just tap in with me. I got quite a few out here tonight, but yeah, this is dope. We never did nothing like this before, so I'm excited to see how it goes.
You know, what was kind of the main thing that kind of pushed you towards, you know, trying to push out a vinyl or a physical release of music as well? You know, but in the streaming era, you know, that's kind of one of the things that we kind of push aside, man.
It was interesting because, like, even when I started out music, like, I was always like heavy on like physical, what you want to call this, like something you can like touch and hold, tangible shit. So like, you know, CD era, it was like I used to like press up CDs and send it to people. And like to this day, I still got people who send me messages like, yo, I still got that CD you sent me years ago. Like they ain't even opened that shit yet. So, you know, in the digital era, like what you learning is you think you own something, but you really don't. That shit can get taken down, and you like have no history of like ever listening to that song. So, but something physical, this is yours. Like nobody can take that from you. And like, you know, we gotta get back to that like a value in music. Like this shit is valuable. So you gotta look at it like that and treat it as such.
Absolutely, man. All right, so say less. We going to go ahead and get into what you got in store for us on the stage, though. What's the first song we got?
All right, so this first song is called Element. It's not even out yet. This on some like 2025 shit.
Okay, so we got some unreleased shit coming.
So I just I never even performed this before. Just want to see how it works. But you know, sometimes it's people, sometimes it's artists. We lose ourselves, and it's, you know, you got to snap back into that element. You got to remember who you are and what you're trying to do this for. Whether it's music or whatever you're trying to do in life, you just got to remember what your mission is. And you know, sometimes we lose that, then you get back into your element.
Say less, man. Let me go ahead and step off the stage, let you get to your goddamn element.